Hi friends, this is Suzy, your Candy Crush guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 6964 in Candy Crush Saga. It's legendary, and we need to release the sprinks and collect the orders, if that is accurate, and indeed it is. 23 moves for 2 sprinks and 65 toffee. If you find these videos helpful, please like and subscribe. So let's take a look at our assets. We've got stripe dispensers. We've got 1 sprink on the board, the other set to come down, but the sprink can actually be a detriment because it gets in the way. So we want to try, like if, let's say I've got a sprink sitting right here and I've got a wrapped up above. I can't use the wrap to get down here. Unless I get 2 wrapped, then it'll kind of go through there. Wrapped combo on this would be awesome. Also, I want to see maybe... Okay, I think my husband just butt dialed me because he's just downstairs. That was a little startling. Okay, anyway, let's turn off that phone ringer for now. Okay, so let's take a look at making fish and see where the fish go. Problematically, though, sometimes the fish don't know to hit the toffee, but we won't know that until we test it out. I don't like this move. I do have one other move, and it's a better move because now it'll help me put the purple together and the orange together. The reason I don't like this move is I would love to use that stripe either in combination with something else or when it's down lower and can do more work. I could make a fish here, but I think what I want to do is this. Boom. And now my husband is messaging me. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I have no idea where I was, but here I am now. And I see a few different decent moves. One is I could do this with the blue, and it would knock this out, and then drop everything down, maybe combining something with the purple. I could also do this move here with the orange. It would hit 2 of these. Now, it wouldn't knock any of these out. So then the problem is we still have toffee there, whereas this would completely remove a toffee and make space for a candy. I really like this move, and I'm hoping to get better combos than that. Oh well. So now I'll take this move. And yeah, I'll go ahead and take a stripe. What we need to do, we've got these cutouts here, and we're going to have to really work along the edges. Now, I don't necessarily need to bring the sprinks all the way down on the edges, although, oh gosh, look at that. That one traveled over, and I don't like that. But I presumably will need to get rid of the toffee that's over there. So it's time to find out where the fish will be drawn, right? Let's do this. And fish went over to a toffee. That's all I can expect. I'm going to do this now and get rid of stuff. Make another fish, because the fish will go where I need them to, even if they don't quite know exactly where I want them to go yet. If I could maneuver this combo with a lot of green on the board, or a decent amount of green on the board, that would be good. Oh, especially in the edges. I like that. Can I get another? Yes, maybe, with blue, and a lot of blue over here. Oh no, now it's just going to go. That's okay. Color bombs beget color bombs and other specials. It's not always awful when something like that happens. Oh my goodness, look what I can do here. I'm going to make a color bomb. It's next to the stripe. It may all explode, but I've also got these wrapped here that could provide some help. Now here's a problem. I don't have a lot of purple, but here's a solution. I could take out a layer of everything if this holds. Sometimes this is better than this, because this is multiple layers thick. But let's take a look. If I did the purple, this would go horizontally, so that wouldn't help. This would go vertically, that wouldn't help. Horizontal, no help. Vertical, no help. Horizontal, no help. Vertical, it would, but no. Vertical, no help. Horizontal, no help. Vertical, finally that one would help. No, this is definitely the better choice. Definitely. Now I need fishy, 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 right? Oh, what if I could do this with a fishy? I can't, can I? And I can't do it with a wrapped. What if I just explode everything with wrapped and this comes down here and blows those out and maybe gets the sprink gone? Nope, the sprink is stuck on the edge. So here's what we have discovered. There can be a trap to this. This can get stuck. And unless we can move it over either mechanically with this switch hand or naturally, like, it's hard to describe, but let's say this orange were gone and it was a purple here and a purple here, then I could move it over this way. But if I can't do that, I just tend to get stuck. Now, one way that I can try to clear that stuckness is sometimes, taking this out and maybe having this get repositioned. But that's not likely while it's sitting on this shelf. It would be more likely if it were sitting on this shelf because things tend to flow from the upper left to the lower right. Like you're reading a book, that's how things flow. But when it's stuck here, it's not likely. Still, I'm going to go ahead and do this and see what happens. See if we can jar this into some sort of change for us. No, and we can't, we can't move that over. So now I'm going to take out all purple, just see what happens. No. And notice that we're not getting that second sprink because we haven't yet moved this sprink. So when I'm all finished, one sprink... Oh, wait, did we already take out a sprink? Oh, we must have already collected a sprink and I didn't notice. Okay, so that could be when I have taken out a sprink or when it's time for a new sprink to show up. I want it to come from this column if I can, the one farthest to the left, so that it has an opportunity to flow right. And I have to watch out for this pitfall. So that's probably what makes this a legendary level, is that's a pitfall we have to watch out for. So I'm going to pause, come back with a new board. I'll have the microphone turned off initially, but once I solve this, I will come back through and narrate everything for you. Okay, this is not the winning one. So first of all, I'm going to look for the dragon. You might wonder, well, why are you not showing me the winning one right now? You'll see at the end the reason. Okay, so we're working to get through, and I'm also trying to stay more towards the center because I don't know when that other sprink is going to come down. I'm a little bit nervous. So I don't want to leave the right-hand side completely devoid of any work. But, oh, there we go. So move 14 into 13. We've got the sprink in well positioned, I would say. I could make this stripe, but I think I'm better off just bringing these guys down. Look at that. I got a color bomb. It took off. Another color bomb. It took off. This is all really good because it's concentrating these colors down and sending things where they need to go. There's that fish. It hits a toffee, but I don't want to move that sprink over. I want to line up some stripes. I don't want to get that sprink abandoned on that shelf. So let's see. I can make more fish. And oh, look at this. I like this. There we go. Sprink down, sprink down. Sprinks are now collected. All I have to do is play cleanup on all of these toffee. So if I can get, my thinking is at this point in time, maybe a fish color bomb combo, that might be helpful, or any, combo really with this color bomb. So what can I do? I can make I can make green stripes. I can make orange stripes. I can... what I'm trying to do... There we go. I like this better. Nope. I don't know what I was trying to do there. I can make some wrapped candies. Oh, if I make this wrapped candy, it's in a good position. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. And so now I've got at least one stripe going that way. Beautiful. Look at that. I've got a color bomb. But it's not going to help. But look at that. I've got a fish. So all I have to do is set off that fish, right? And that fish will go crazy nowhere near that stinking toffee. So there I was, sure I had it all solved. No, it did not work. The fish are unreliable. So now I go into this knowing that the sprink is way far over on this one. So I have to be careful, especially with that second one coming down. I'm going to stack up the stripes and the wraps if I can. It's not in a bad spot. It still has a good place to go. But that next sprink I need to bring down. Now that I'm going to do a stripe because the wrapped over the sprink doesn't help much. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I've got 2 of these. If I do this one first, I can pull it over and maybe preserve that second striped wrapped. If it's not preserved, it's still in a good spot. Oh, look at this. I don't want another sprink to come down, but I've got still one more turn before that sprink is set to come down. Now it's sprink time. I could do this. I think this is a good move. I think the striped wrapped right where I need it with the sprink coming down. There we go. Beautiful. Everything is lined up now. And I've got more information than I had. I'd love to put those together. I could make another wrapped. It could all just kind of explode on me, but I really like the idea of wrapped. Oh, I can make another wrapped. And nope, everything's going to explode. But look at that. It's exploding in a good spot. A decent spot anyway. Not the best maybe, but not the worst. Oh, look at this. This is good. Beautiful. Keep going. Keep going. So there's one sprink gone. Now I can take out a color, but I think I can make a combo. I like that. So again, we're trying to get some stripes going through. The sprink is gone, and now I've got this one guy. I've got 9 moves to get it, but this is hard. How do I get that stripe? I've got a stripe dispenser, but maybe I can make this and move it over. I cannot move it over. If I bring it down, can I move it over? I cannot move it over. Can I make... Oh, I can make fish. I can make tons of fish. I can make striped wrapped combos. I cannot get a stripe where I want it. I'm running low on moves. I just don't want to mess around with fish. It's too depressing when they don't do the right thing. I want a stripe to come from there. So let's see. Ah, that's it. That's it. That's what I needed. Okay, so when you have problems, it's important to A, recognize what the problem is. Fish are stinking stupid. And B, be resilient and rebound. This only took me 3 tries because I assessed the problems each and every step. First problem, first problem was sprink gets stuck. So corrected that. Second problem, fish don't work. Corrected that, got this solved. That is it for me. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope my mistakes help you to get this done.